A statement like Jamaica never did anything for me is an unfair and is a wicked statement. And here why
Well,
this
we don't necessarily have to get to.
here why the statement wicked and it's
No,
unfair.
well, that,
From Leon Bailey's situation get started. I know Leon Bailey agent is
Daily.
Leon Bailey agent is a little bit controversial all the time. I really don't take him
No, well, I think, yeah,
but it's just
no, no,
it's just
I think we need to put.
whole retiring and all of that. And there's a conversation going around that
No, no,
just can't deal with JFF and a whole lot of unprofessionalism that JFF and Leon Bailey is pretty much saying the same. I know Leon Bailey's story sort of way out,
well,
and I don't support a lot of what he's
yeah, I
saying.
hear you, but I just, yeah, but yeah, I just want to say this around it, like, and what I'm saying is that, like, what happens in Jamaica in regards to the movement of players, it probably doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. And I think that creates a lot of issue for the players and also, for the federation in regards to certain things, because they're not streamlined in regards to international protocols in a lot of ways, especially around football. No, like, but it's not only that guy who do certain things. Is probably all the local clubs, etc. They try to take credit for deals that really and truly they have no reason to take credit for. Now, a lot of those, when you talk about Leon Bailey and you talk about even the guy from KC that got signed, that had nothing to do with who you might think. Has nothing to do with anything, right? The representation is from agents out of England who actually do the deal, and then these guys act like middlemen and act like bosses, like they run the thing, and they don't, because they don't have any real connections from an agent perspective to go and talk to a club like Chelsea directly, or to go and talk to a club like Aston Villa directly, right? So I'm saying to you, like, all that's put out to Jamaican media is not real. It's that wolf that pull over your eye to think that they're doing all of this.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason for all that is because the product hasn't been developed to a particular extent. So people can come in and use certain things in terms of leverage that they've had with certain players to purport that they're doing these things.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, because as I said, like, I work for a global football agent for like 2 to 3 years. So I learned and developed and learn the business from them, and in terms of the protocols, etc., and how to operate. And I know they're nowhere on that level. And I know that, like, I can tell you, like, that Whisper deal is a company that I'm close to that did that. It wasn't him, right?
Okay.
So like, people don't know that, right? So and when, in regards to, even when Leon first got over, it was somebody else that did that, and I think it was Raheem Sterling agent that did that at some point. What I'm saying is that it's a bunch of different things, man. But the bottom line is that how have you done the same thing in regards to using agents and then claiming that, okay, their player got signed, etc. So was Cavalier, etc. Because the business isn't structured in a way it should be in terms of
and I get that,
the Jamaican sphere in terms of doing the deals.
And I get that, I get a lot of people would want to say, we were the one who do this and that. But here, like Craig Butler, his claim is that, and then the thing that I don't like with Leon Bailey and his claim as well, is that he's talking as if, a statement like Jamaica never did anything for me is an unfair and is a wicked statement. And here why
we don't necessarily have to get to
here why the statement is wicked and it's unfair.
No, that. All right, go ahead.
Why? In Jamaica, all of us went through a school system. Every player, every athlete, all of them went through a school system that pretty much is funded by the Jamaican government all the time. Yeah, because school
Yeah,
and
no, Rich, I don't, this,
funded by the
yeah, but
Jamaican
I think
government.
he was, no.
But you can't say that because your fundamental development of the football, his fundamental development of the football would start when he started in school. So Craig might get him, right? And when Craig was in Jamaica with him, Craig would have utilized all of the facilities and the resources that Jamaica provide to help him to get where he is. It's a short stint when Craig went to...
I don't know
when he went to Gink and all them place.
I don't think that was his point still.
But that was his point. In Jamaica, you can't make a blanket statement like that. Then who is asking for...
I hear you, but
professionally, that's what I'm I don't expect Leon to speak unprofessional. He's asking for professionalism. Speak professionally. Don't say that. Because that is unfair. If I was the government, and the government must be looking at that and say, it's such an unfair thing. It is very much unfair.
But let's put it in the... I hear you. But let's put it in the context though. I think he was talking in regards to the federation, specifically. And I think where some of that, I don't think he should have said all that he said on that podcast.
Federation is Jamaica. It doesn't matter if he says federation or
not necessarily.
It's because
there's a difference.
No, the government funding.
There's a difference.
Funding to the JFF is the biggest funding that JFF has to date. That's the largest.
No, but
funds
I agree. But what I'm saying to you, we can remove the government issue from it. What I'm saying to you, in understanding this point, it was about football federation, and specifically in terms of when he actually needed help, he didn't get that help, and you know how the football federation used to operate.
I tell you this,
and I think there has been some.
I tell you this.
There have been some changes, but what I'm saying to you is that normally, but I've seen it and I've been through it. So I'm saying normally when a player comes through and is prominent, right? Yeah. If he's not connected in a particular way to certain clubs in Jamaica, right, or certain people in Jamaica, he will not get that opportunity, no matter how good he is to represent Jamaica playing a national team. That's changing.
I know that too. I know that
gradually. I know. But what I'm saying to you, so I'm saying his statement in regards to that had to do with that, based on the fact that he knew, based off whatever connections he had coming up to who, that he was being blackballed, and it happened not only to him, but to a lot of others that were talented that did not get that opportunity that could possibly have represented Jamaica at under 17 or under 18 or under 20, which I think was fundamentally his point.
Yeah, and I get that to Orion, and not to belabor the thing, but there's a couple of things that he says that I don't think him should say it from a professional level in the way that he said it. So things like Jamaica never did it. That's one, right? Two, you can never ever, look at Jamaica up against, powerful nations like England, powerful nations in football like England, who has unlimited amount of resources when it comes to football. All right, so let's look at this for one. So Leon Bailey coming up in Jamaica now is a great talent, right? There is hundreds of thousands of good talented young footballers in Jamaica right now, and during his time there's a whole lot.
Well,
Jamaica don't have the resources to have.
Yeah, we can put that in the context. There might be some out there. We can put that in the context, but okay.
There's a whole lot, man. I tell you this already. If you, as I was saying last night when we were talking, we mentioned if a lot of youngsters who's in school right now getting the kind of nutrition and getting the kind of guidance in terms of whatever sporting choice that they choose at young ages like 10, 11, we would turn out way more talent
A lot
That
more stars. I agree.
yeah.
Yes, a lot more stars. We would.
So let me just put it in that context. So we would have had a lot of Leon Bailey's. Because I know Leon Bailey during his young age wasn't the I can bet you he wasn't the best of the talent that was existing that time. Right? But what he had was somebody who was
There are other guys.
paying attention to him in particular during that time. Right? So somebody would single him out and say, "Boy, hey, listen, I'm going to work with you." Right? And somebody work with him. Right? So when you look at it, if Jamaica has the kind of resources like how you'd have Liverpool have resources to have juniors in camps
No, we're not gonna have that. But
and all them age group levels as taking care of all of those age group of youngsters who interested in the game and that kind of thing and nurturing them right through. Jamaica don't have that kind of resource, and Jamaica don't have the money to even do it or to even fund it. Our Premier League at the moment is struggling to even. I know financially it's tough, right? Our economy can't manage the level of creative ability in sports that we have enough. Really and truly, we might think that the government have a lot of money. It might seem that way, and I'm not talking on behalf of the government, but sports take a nice amount of money to groom a talent, right? To groom a talent up to a professional level where everybody can start making some money. So what we need to do is we need to focus a little bit on those things. And when you as a youngster come up and you make it through, you get the guidance and you come through the crack. Don't start saying things that you reach there. You start saying things like, "Boy, I've never done nothing for me, and Jamaica can't do anything to me," and this and that. Is because you reach there now.
Well,
I really don't like that conversation.
no, well, I listen. I no. So this is what I'm saying. I think if you've been through the process and you understand certain things, you can have that as like they didn't really do what they should have done based on the circumstances. But I don't think it was right to publicly make those statements. No, you can always feel that way in your heart or whatever, right? But if it's time for you to represent your country, and all of that stuff is old stuff, right? You have made it, right? Move on, right? And move on, and move on as a principled person, right? And represent your country, in a dignified way. I don't think a lot of those issues needed to be brought back up, but it seems like they want to rehash it. But I think we need to move forward. Maybe we should switch to another topic.
We need to. Yeah, we need to orient. So.
Yeah, let's maybe we can switch to the coach and the JFF. Maybe that's something we can do.
That's another hot topic,
because but because so listen, and it also involves what we're talking about. I personally believe that the coach made a wrong decision, and I don't think he understood the landscape of Jamaica, and especially football politics in terms of what was going on between Liam Bailey's camp and the JFF. I don't think he understood it, right? Maybe it was explained to him, and maybe he was like, "Oh, listen, I just come for coach, and I'm a professional. I need to get these guys because they see, because they seem to be the guys that are doing stuff on the international sphere to bring them into the team." No, like if I'm the head coach, right, and I suspend somebody for breaking curfew, right? And he's suspended for breaking curfew, right? And that's something that we've laid out, that he's suspended. There's no way I'm coming back to select him in my team. Remember, so you suspended him, and after you suspended him, he went and he made a public interview where he disrespected you and everybody else, right? So after the interview, there's no way I'm selecting him in my team. No way. But let's say the coach said he had and remember, importantly, after that, his handler came out and said nobody's gonna talk directly to Bailey. So from I heard that, I know that was a recipe for disaster. I know the war start from I heard that, right? Because no, the coach would not be able to speak to the player directly to iron out things. He will be speaking to a third party who is very erratic and nobody don't want to talk to a dude. So I know that it was gonna go downhill from there, and that's what happened. Because if you notice, when the coach came back around and he was talking to him directly, it ballooned into something else.
Yeah.
Right. And so remember, the coach suspended him. He went and did an interview, and he lambasted everybody. Right. From then, I would not have been pursuing him, based on a lot of stuff. Right. But the coach still decided to and spoke to the third party in terms of getting him back. No, and select him in the squad based on the fact, I don't know why, because he's telling you that he's gonna come after him party. Like, that doesn't make much sense to me, right? So I'm saying I think the coach is the one pushing this, and I don't think he should have been pushing this. He should have been working with the players that were there, and that even caused that issue within the camp. And you can see from the movements now that probably the coach didn't care. The coach was lining up something else in Ireland. So there are a lot of things that was going on within that time. I thought the decision making of the coach, if he was there to coach the team long term, he should not have made, and he made them, and it became this big firestorm.
There's a lot of
I don't blame the JFL for the stuff that they did, because they were trying to protect certain things because they understood what was going on in the dynamics and where this beef come from, right? And it's not going to get better because they're going to come and they're going to want to leverage things until they say they want X, Y, and Z, which don't relate to anything in regards to football. You get me? So
the whole thing, from see. But wait, the problem I have with it though. So yes, the coach might have went to the player and talked to the player. That everybody said, boy, that's not the way we go. Or is it that the player get to be named in a squad by the JFF? Even if I, the coach, go and talk to the player and say, boy, and the player promised me, say, all right, after my part, I come in.
Yeah, but the important thing, the coach isn't talking to the player. The coach is talking to the third party.
Exactly. So I'm saying, how is it that the name from a JFF standpoint, because the JFF suspended him, right? So even if the coach talking to a third party, his name not supposed to end up on the roster at all. By no way, unless the JFF agree.
Yeah. So
they agree that okay, we want the player back on the team. That part.
No. I don't think. As I said, that was. No. But that was the coach's decision, not the JFF decision. The coach wanted me on the team. That's why the coach was talking to his handler. Because I don't believe. Go ahead.
When any kind of correspondence going out of the JFF, I don't think it comes out of the coach's office. I think it comes out of the JFF's office. Right? That the technical committee.
No, but what I'm
in and signed off on.
No. Yeah, but Richard, listen, what I'm saying. Well, I hear you. That's procedural. What I'm saying to you, this coach pick him team. Coach pick who he wants in the team.
Yeah, and he would have
coach wanted that player.
That list of the.
Yeah. So whatever the coach wants, they go through because the coach would have spoken to them. And I think also the GenSec had spoken to them also. So what I'm trying to say to you is that the coach wanted the player. That was the important thing. That the coach spoke to General Secretary.
Yeah.
So the coach wanted the player. So the coach is under the impression that there was an agreement for the player to come after his party.
Yeah, but I'm saying, alright, if I pass my list of players that I want, this is what I want. The JFF would have taken it through their administrative protocols and say, hey, listen, all right, this player, based on our protocol, it's okay. And then publish the list.
No, but what I'm saying, fine. But fine. Meaning that, in terms of releasing it to the press, yes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that they would have gone off what decision the coach would have made based on his correspondence with
So,
those
so
people
again,
to say
so again,
maybe
I'm
in the squad
asking,
because the coach wanted him in the squad.
so again, I'm saying, where in the thing that the JFF would have said, "Hey, coach, remember that we have a problem with this player," because after that list come out, you can't have a problem with the coach. Say, "Boy, this is who I want," and then you give it to him and say it's okay.
No, I think out. Yeah, but yeah, man. But I would think yeah, but yeah, but I don't. Yeah, the technical committee doesn't get involved in selecting our players for the
I
team.
know,
That's the coach's
but
decision. I think
in terms in terms
that
of the
made that that made that decision quite clear. But yeah, but what I'm saying to you is that the coach selected the team that he wanted based on his correspondence. I'd presume he would also would have had correspondence with the JFF to say, listen, this is the team I'm selecting. These are the players that I want. I spoke to these guys. Publish the team. Simple.
yeah, but the question and the thing that I'm not understanding, Nori, listen to me again. The coach would have said to the JFF, "This is my squad. These are the names."
Yeah.
Right? The JFF
Yeah.
are all right to go through the list of names and see, based on their administrative rules and whatever, that these persons are eligible. And say, "Coach, all of these people, but this one,
No,
no
no,
problem
no,
with
no, 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 Rich. No, no,
because
no. It won't work.
there's
No, no, it
supposed to
won't
be
work.
a action that we
No,
have
no, the coach.
that
No,
this player is in this having a disciplinary action against him, so we can't approve this player on your list because there is something against
all right.
this
So,
player."
so this is what I was. All right. So this. Let's go over back. What happened?
Yeah,
Remember, he did an interview, right?
yeah,
Right.
mm-hmm,
In regards to that, and obviously the JFF had an issue with the interview, as with a lot of Jamaicans,
yeah,
real football Jamaicans, right? Had
mm-hmm,
an issue with that interview. Now, after that, the coach had a conversation with the player. Well, not the player, with his handlers, based on what's going on.
mm-hmm,
So remember, the JFF didn't make a decision on a suspension. They suspended him for the game based on the fact that he broke curfew. That was
yeah,
his sole suspension. They didn't
yeah,
have a long term suspension for him. They suspended him for the game because he broke curfew. So
mm-hmm,
the suspension was up,
you're
right?
right.
So the coach had all
Then
due diligence to then go and select the team that he wanted,
yeah,
which included him.
mm-hmm,
So the correspondence would then be with his handlers and the coach. And if the coach come back and say, listen, we'll select him, the whatever sanction that we had was
mm-hmm,
because he broke curfew, that's long and gone. I want him in my Copa team. This is
yeah.
my team, the Copa. The JFF couldn't say anything about that. And
Then
shouldn't,
but
because it's the coach decision to pick his team.
yeah, it's kind of rough now to see. So the coach pretty much had walked away a long time ago, a month ago, from the whole thing. I guess it was just carrying through to
Yeah, well,
the end of the
yeah,
Copa was done a long time. Now that we have seen everything, but I
well,
don't
but
worry.
I think to be honest, still there are a lot of things in the air from both sides that
Mm,
they were looking some
mm.
way to part ways. I don't know, but he
I think
hasn't been here for a while,
I think
and
one day though is hurrying,
he was
and
flying in for the games.
if we could find maybe if we could find Speed or somebody one of these days to kind of just let us understand the conversation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think he will be open to talking. But all I'm saying is this: with that situation,
Mm,
I think the JFF made a lot of good decisions surrounding it. To be honest, with, if the coach, if I obviously we know that he's no in Ireland coaching the team,
mm.
but if the coach is going to stay, right, I expected him to make some better decisions surrounding certain things, and it doesn't seem like he was doing that.
I don't know.
But I
Jamaica
don't like.
must be one of the
I think
hardest
he
things.
selected a pretty good team for Copa, but I don't know. Like there's some other stuff that that's popping up now that you
I
that
don't
make
even
you look at it.
understand what happened at Copa either, you
But
know. I don't understand what happened at Copa.
but what I'm saying,
When I look at the
no,
Canadian team
but before,
and where they have gotten to, and
yeah,
we drop out so badly, you know, we got beaten. We must be the team that got the worst beaten in Copa. Yeah, we got beaten so badly by
yeah,
everybody.
no,
And see Canada where they have reached almost to the finals. You know, almost the finals. A couple of good penalty and Canada would have been playing this
yeah,
evening.
but Canada has been doing a lot of things better than us over the past 5-6
No,
years,
no doubt,
and
no doubt.
we did
I
get
think
them
that
back
I think that we have so much talent,
in.
so much professional talent. It's not just any talent like we had in '98, where we have a lot of Jamaicans who never see international style or international football before, or seeing 20,000
Yeah, but
people in a
but that's but
we
that's
had that
I
back.
hear you, but that's another argument that you need to But listen, well, that's another argument that you need to put into context.
Yeah.
Like majority of this team are not Jamaican-based players, right? Or not even players that even come from Jamaica or
Mm.
born here. Like the team the team that Harlem started had probably one Jamaican player in that
Mm.
first game,
Yeah.
and that was Shamar.
But
Everybody
it's
else is not. Maybe the keeper.
mm,
So, but what I'm saying to you is that, in terms of there's with these coaches, I think, and I think this is a fundamental issue that the GFF was basically having with this current coaching setup, which is one of their main issues, which I saw that probably would have caused a split because they seem to want to bring in a lot of players with Jamaican passport into the team
mhm.
than looking at the talent here. And I'm not saying the talent here is up to standard because if I'm a coach, I want my job to be as easy as possible, right? In terms of technical things, in terms of football and tactical things, because you want people to be able to play. But what I'm saying is that I think there there can be a beta push for a lot of youngsters here that are talented to get into the team that I think are good enough if given the opportunity over a period of time. And it's not no disrespect to a lot of these players that are playing overseas in England, etc. But it's a different thing when a Jamaican man walk in and put on the shirt, because he's not gonna give you up, give him all,
100%.
you can't say that. And a lot of people, and I know outside of Jamaica, the Jamaican contingent is pretty large, and they think them a Jamaican, but it's a different thing. You know that.
Yeah. I tell you this,
So
no brain,
and so yeah,
Yeah, I tell you this though, as we kind of wrap it up a little bit, is that the question that we need to leave, and maybe when we come back we can answer that. I can answer my part or my opinion on it, is whether or not we
yeah.
think the the coach that Jamaica gets right now needs to be a coach that is preparing a team for the World Cup. And I know everybody going to the World Cup is the biggest thing, and we must have a team preparing for the World Cup. This has been a perennial question. If it's that we need to step back. So the question is, do you think we need to step back, organize ourselves, and come and look at a different, not the next Olympics, but not the one. I know the next one is the one that is closest to us right now, and we need to have a team, right? But
No man, like
these things, and we don't have a
ask
team, going to
no, we have a team.
when we
We
see
have a
what
team.
happened to us at the Copa,
No, if you bring in,
when we see what
all right,
happened to us at the Copa,
no.
that
All right,
we lack preparation, we
no,
lack.
like
So the question is, and we need to
yeah,
come.
man. But what I'm saying, all right. So let me answer you. Like, if you bring in the right coach, European pro license, tactically
Mm,
aware, you will be able to qualify for the World Cup and build. So we have 2 years or so. Get the right coach. Do your due diligence. Do your check. We have based on the players. There are a pool of players. The coach should be able to come here and work and push forward. Yeah, that's not an issue.
I tell you this much. You know, a lot of people think that we need to get the right coach. And when getting the right coach, you're looking at a coach that can qualify as us for the World Cup. But I'm still always going to go back to this thing. Is that when Rene Simoes came, I don't
Different time that still do rich, but go
no
on,
no
Pat.
no. I'm just talking about the Jamaican and Jamaican culture and who we are and what we are. When he came, we had whole heap of talented footballers. And I know it's different time now because it is much better now to choose from than what he had to work with then. Right? The pool that we
Well,
work
in context, yes,
compared to what Rene had.
yeah, man. But what I'm saying,
And hear
yeah,
this.
but
Hear this.
yeah, but
Is
you have to
that
put that in the context. Here's
and
why.
I'm
Yeah,
going to qualify
fine,
that for
but
you
those
now.
that group has played together for a long time.
And I'm going to
Yeah,
qualify that for you now. It is not a matter of,
yeah.
for me, Jamaican football is not a matter of talent. Jamaican football is not a matter of technical abilities or getting the most expensive coach or getting a coach that's going to charge us a lot of money. I think, and anybody for the next program can tell me their ideas on it too. I think what Jamaica needs to get, and I fundamentally believe this about every coach in the world at every different sporting level, is that if you have a coach that is psychologically driven in terms of talent, you're always going to have great Jamaican players. If you don't have a coach who have a psychological talent and how to mold Jamaican talent, how to speak to Jamaican mindset, how to rally them, how to get them performing, we're never ever going to get there. Because it is all about a mental situation when it comes on to Jamaicans and Jamaican sports. 98 with Renan Morris. I don't think Renan Morris is a coach at all. I just think that the man is very good at the psychological strategy that he employed to the team. And that worked very well. He not only got the team to work that time, he got the country to work that time. He got everybody working. Everybody was working. And it was a man.
These are saves.
Yeah, that was it. So I'm thinking right now that we have a higher level of footballers in Jamaica, right? Our Premier League is even at a higher level now. Our Manning Cup is even at a higher level now. We have youngsters leaving Manning Cup and traveling
context still.
to contracts now.
Yeah,
no,
the world is much smaller, man. But yeah, but people can tell that you had that back in the day too. So
no, we don't. We never.
It's an ongoing conversation.
Exposure we have now. We never had
man, like
exposure at all back then. 98, no.
Yeah, man, but yeah. No, not 98, but before that, you had Chelsea and a lot of teams coming here, like in the 70s,
yes,
60s, like
yes, and that's what.
So I'm saying to you that. So I'm saying,
you always have talent. Always.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But let's put everything in context. But I understand what you're saying, and you're right on some of the points that you make. All right. So you want to close? And
I guess, I want to leave that
this is it for tonight.
I want to leave that to the viewers to contend with. So tell us about your own experience with Jamaican football, Jamaican coaches, and what do you think? Do you think we should just try to qualify for the next World Cup, or you think we should just put a pause on it and get our coaching situation in order and then start to work from there on it? So tell us what you think. What's your opinion? I think I have my own opinion.
So we don't need a proper coach.
Yeah.
So we need a proper coach and we build and qualify. The spots are there. All right, cool.
Of course, people, remember.
So I guess that's it for tonight.
That's it for tonight. So, Orion, before you go, remember to like, subscribe. It is always going to be on all of the platform, Orion. It's certainly on YouTube to begin with right now. This is our first show.
On YouTube, Facebook. Right? So, look for the Sports Globe.
Look for the Sports Globe out there.
And big up to Spain. Spain won today. Spain won today.
2-1. Yeah, the Copa is going on now. Next time we come back, maybe tomorrow we'll have another video, Orion. Yeah. I will try to have as much as possible.
Yes, for
sure. To bring you every evening. Of course, there's going to be a lot of live streams as well, and things. So I want to say before I go, Orion, that of course one of our colleagues who had passed away, last month was his funeral yesterday, Job Nelson. I just want to give and just pause to give a little condolences to his family and to our sports fraternity, for the work that he has done within sports and over the time. And of course, he was a part of Sport Globe, and all that we did back then. He was certainly a big part of it and had done a whole lot of work. And I just want to stop and recognize him and the work that he had done over the years that we had worked together in building even this same establishment that we have, Sports Globe, and the work that he had contributed. So condolences to Job Nelson and his family, and just walk good, brethren. It was always
condolences, Job Nelson.
I think so. As we go out, like, subscribe, notification bell, all of the things. We'll always get it good, and we're always going to be having a whole lot of discussions and things. We'll be bringing you different features at different time. We'll be bringing in different personalities at different time. And we'll be looking at sports as a whole, not just about results and scores, but always about what the entire thing that embodied sports is about. And if you follow our discussion, you'll be able to learn, as we learn too. So we're going to talk about the money, we're going to talk about the health, we're going to talk about the entertainment value that we used to talk about earlier. We used to talk about sports as an entertainment thing, a big thing, So as we go this evening, Orion, any last parting words?
Yeah, we'll just do it again. So, just join us and you should enjoy the discussion.
Of course. So this has been Sports Globe, where, as we said, Orion, and we're going to coin the tagline right now, where all sports matters content. You remember we had that tagline before, where all sports matters content. So
Cool.
This is Sports Globe. Thanks for having us.